Hello, everyone. Welcome to Streams Live. This is your channel where you learn the basic fundamental skills of entrepreneurship and investment and building skills that will outlast a recession or make you resilient even in recession. On this channel today, I'll be discussing how to become an entrepreneur. I think there's no better time for everyone to reflect, how can I become an entrepreneur? So that I do not make to become an entrepreneur out of circumstance and situation, as all of us are experiencing currently, whether in a lockdown or restriction, depending on the part of the world you might find yourself. There are still sectors of the economy that are not totally shut down. A lot of restrictions are there, quite all right, but not everything is shut down. Think about that. Think about that. Which sector of the economy are not totally shut down? Because at some point, life will go back to normal. And you need to ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live after now? Before the shutdown or the restrictions around the world, some people are on the edge already economically. And you might want to ask yourself, is it not a good time for me to become an entrepreneur? Who is an entrepreneur, if you may ask? Entrepreneurs are people who either created or offered services or invented something or brought certain services to bear and they are paid for those services. They take risk, of course, they invest their time, they invest their money, but they are bringing solutions to certain needs of society and they are paid for those services. It differs from sector to sector. But the question also you may want to ask is, why do I need to become an entrepreneur? I may say to you that in some parts of the world, this lockdown is the only time some families have been together. Some children have seen their parents, their father or their mother because of the lockdown, because of the nature of work that they do. They hardly have time for themselves, or they hardly have time for their children, or they're ever together under one roof at the same time. And the question of why should I become an entrepreneur for you? It may be because you need more time with your family. It could be that you need more time with your children. It could be that you want to be more comfortable, get a bigger space in terms of accommodation. It might be you want extra spare of cash to go on holidays and to give your family those needed comfort. For some people, it might be having extra money to be able to help siblings or family members or their parents. So, being an entrepreneur will open you to a new world of opportunity. Some of you are not happy in your current job and you are just hanging in there because there's no any other way to pay your bills. But becoming an entrepreneur and learning the fundamental skills on entrepreneurship might give you the freedom that you need not to work for people that you don't really even like at all before. So I invite you to a world of adventure, but you need to learn. Just like you can't become a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer without the needed skills or the qualifications. So also, you cannot be a quack entrepreneur. There are wannabe entrepreneurs out there who do not learn the needed skills and they just give entrepreneurship the bad name. But before I go into those areas or skills you can explore, I'll give you 5 areas of business interest which you can explore in your journey to becoming an entrepreneur. One is financial services. Is one of the routes of businesses that entrepreneur can venture into. There is forex trading, that's where they trade currencies, stocks, and other commodities. Entertainment is there, dancing, acting, all forms of entertainment, anything that has to do with media and that space. That could be some other people's route. You have big name celebrities that you know in your parts of the world. There's the hospitality business, whether hotels, restaurants, and bars. There is a possibility. There is the agriculture. That's a big one. Mechanized, bee farming, and every other thing that goes with that. Services are there, whether it's personal trainers, anything that exchanges service time for money, service oriented that you offer to people. But my advice to you, any of these routes are possible. There are tons of people that makes money from it. But the first thing you need to do is to discover your profile, your own makeup, because not all entrepreneurs are the same. One of the old school mentality of entrepreneurship is to look at entrepreneurs as one single strand of homogeneous group, that all entrepreneurs are the same and there's one blueprint for everyone to follow. There's nothing like that. You need to discover yourself. Some are natural salespeople, some other people are not. Some are gifted strategists. So you need to discover your profile. There's something that is called entrepreneurial DNA. That's why our fingerprints are different. So also in the world of entrepreneurship, we're all different. We're all wired differently, but we can all succeed if we figure out our own makeup in the world of business. So I give you 4 in this quadrant that is called BOSSI profile. BOSI. B stands for builders. Builder, and O stands for opportunists. S stands for specialists, and I stand for innovators and inventors. Builders are serial entrepreneurs that build corporations. They can build business after business. They can be ruthless. They can be very aggressive. You can see example of builders in Richard Branson that holds the Virgin Atlantic. You see, they have this capacity to build one big business after the other after the other. You wonder, how do they do it? Those are called builders. Somebody like that could be Alan Sugar, who you know from Apprentice. If you are familiar with the richest man in Africa, a Nigerian called Dangote, is into cement building factories and manufacturing over Africa and the world, is into oil now, is into so many things, building one major business to the other. So those are called builders. They love building businesses. On the other right of it is what we call opportunists. These are people who read the numbers and they look at the businesses that are about to take off and they invest in it. They look at opportunities and they ride on it. You see, opportunities are people that look at, I want my money to work for me. A good example of one of the richest opportunists in the world is Warren Buffett, who owns Hathaway Funds. They don't own a company of their own. They don't manufacture anything, but they just hold controlling shares in businesses. They invest in all sorts of things, but their money works for them. They don't own anything completely 100% themselves. And if somebody can be an opportunist like Warren Buffett, and is the third richest man in the world, that's a very strategic man. They take a lot of risk, quite all right, but when it pays big. They are specialists, as the names connote, are people with specific skills for certain industries. A good example would be lawyers who are who offer services and they are paid for it. A good example would be doctors, accountants, and other professionally based businesses that can be scaled as well and can grow. And the last but not least, what I call the innovators or the inventors. The inventors are the people who disrupt or bring new things to the market. It might be something that's already there, that has been improved upon, or something that never existed before. Like you have Bill Gates of Microsoft Computers. That was a total way of life that changed completely because of his invention and innovation. Mark Zuckerberg is another good example of an innovator or an inventor in that field who brought in Facebook, which connecting over 2 billion people. So you have these profiles which you need to figure out. What is your profile? And knowing quite all right also that there are profiles that overlaps or profiles that works together. Your ability to know these profiles and then figure out which one you have, which one you may need to develop, or if you need to create a team, the kind of other profiles you need to attract to complement that. Please. But moving on quickly, I want to talk to you about 5 steps on your journey to becoming an entrepreneur. Just give you 5 steps to build onto that journey. The first step, once you have discovered which area of business you want to set into, the next step is choose one area. Don't work in finance and work in farming and work in property and work in hospitality at the same time. Pick one area. Pick one area and focus on that area until it becomes established. Don't do multiple things. People tell, oh, I want multiple streams of income. You don't get multiple streams of income by diverting or dissipating your energy through different industries at the start of your journey to entrepreneurship. People that create multiple streams of income started with one thing, and that one thing became very successful, and they grow into other things. If you look at Richard Branson, he started with one thing. If you look at Amazon, he started with one thing, and he started growing to other areas. So yourselves, start with one thing, make that one thing very successful, and then grow that one thing, and you can invest it into other things when you have been successful in that one thing. I say also, step two is work for someone or learn from someone so that you can be grounded. You know, don't be in a hurry to go and use your own experience to experiment everything. You may not live to see those of your inventions you want to experience everything by yourself. So learn from someone, look for someone who is succeeding in an area that you are interested in and learn from them. There's nothing big or not, don't be arrogant in the world of business. All you need is to be successful. Look for someone who is already successful in your area of interest and learn from them. Learn from them. If you have discovered that person, then become an expert. How do you become an expert? You train, you acquire the needed skills. Whether you want to trade in Forex, learn from someone and acquire the skills. Don't just look for free trainings, look for paid trainings as well. Acquire the skills. If you want to thrive in property business, for example, go for the trainings. There's a lot of free trainings, but at the free trainings, you only get the basics. You need to go for the paid trainings so that you can get the juice of those trainings. So any field you might have found or you are interested in, you are learning from someone, then pay for skills acquisition. Don't be satisfied with just being average. Pay for the quality trainings that will skill up knowledge in that area of specialization. If you have done that, you're acquiring skill, you are learning from someone, and you have found this one route, find a way to make your business or your area of specialization or that interest better. They call it blue ocean theory. It might be an existing business. Find a way to make it better. Find a way to improve on the quality of the experience in that industry. Find a way to make it better. Bring something new to it. Take, for example, Uber brought innovation to the way taxi business operates around the world. It's been disrupted perpetually. So that is one way. Look at Dyson with Hoover. He brought innovation to existing Hoover products to make it smarter, neater, better, and much more effective. In whatever area of interest you have as well, you can bring in a better way of doing that thing that stands you out. And finally, become a leader. Become a leader. Be the go-to person in that industry. Be the person that they think about, that when they think about your industry, they're like, oh, be in touch with A. You are the A that everybody is talking about. You build that through network. You build that through goodwill. You build that through become a leader. Work with other people. Build bridges. Don't burn them. Become a leader. Become the person that people think about when they speak about that field of endeavor. If you do all these things, you're on your way to the top in the world of entrepreneurship. I hope this session is helpful and useful for you. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. You will see much more videos, and from there I'll be doing some live videos or one-to-one sessions, and I'll be sure to see you again. Thank you for your time.